Let's bring in Kristen Welker. She is the moderator of Meet the Press. Kristen, good morning. Good to see you as always. You have former Vice President Mike Pence on the show this morning, and you all talked about these tariffs and the impact they may have downstream on consumers, on the economy. What did you take away from that conversation?
Willie, it was striking to hear the former vice president talk about his opposition to tariffs, his concerns that they are, in fact, a tax on American consumers. And, Willie, he gave me new details about some of the conversations he had with President Trump during the first administration about this very topic. And it does all come as we are watching this trade war quite closely. I'm going to speak to the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, as well. Get his reaction to what Walmart has said that they will need to pass these prices on to consumers. How far, Willie, is the administration willing to go to try to prevent CEOs from doing exactly that? And then zooming out a little bit, President Trump on his first foreign trip saying that the Treasury Secretary, the Commerce Secretary will be sending letters to countries to basically say this is what the new tariff is going to be. So the question, Willie, are they done negotiating? And how high could those tariffs actually go? Wall Street, Main Street will be watching very closely. Obviously, there has been a lot of volatility. And of course, it does all come against the backdrop of Moody's, the credit rating agency, downgrading the United States by one notch. So a lot to unpack with the Treasury Secretary as he will be here responding to my exclusive interview with former Vice President Mike Pence. Willie.
And interesting to watch as the former vice president has picked his spots to criticize President Trump. Should be fascinating, Kristen. We will be watching this morning on Meet the Press when Kristen has that interview with former Vice President Mike Pence, along with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Democratic Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.